most importantly, I would request all of you to put your mobile phone in the silent. Make sure you do that right away, otherwise you'll forget. So that's something very important. All the students who are roaming around here and there, please take your seats so that you don't move around anymore. So when the academic position enters, you have to stand till the invocation is over, and I'll make the announcement. Please be standing there. Also, the same situation goes true at the end when the complete academic position leaving the hall. Until they completely goes out, do not sit. And during all the ceremony where the awardees would be taking their medals and all this, do not clap, do not throw your stoles. All this you do once the complete event is over. Then it's free for you. You do that. Photography is going to be completely taken care of. So my sincere, humble request to all the parents, please do not click your mobiles. It would be all uploaded in the convocation site and you may download those photographs. Okay? So kindly don't do that. Also, do not move around while the function is on. And unless there is an emergency, don't leave the hall during the event. And all of you might have already received emails from the respective departments that your degree in the second session would be handed over by the department guest of honors. So please make sure that event starts at 2:30. So you should arrive there in the designated lecture hall or DJAC building, and maybe say there are some last moment changes which department is doing. Please check with the, always be in touch with the department. One change I know, so which I will announce right away. So please tell your inform your students. I think material science and engineering is shifting to lecture hall 1. So that's a change I just got to know right away. And there is a possibility one more department might change their location, but please be in touch with the department which is the design, which I am not yet aware of it. You have already received your lunch coupons and dinner coupons. So lunch coupon, you have to go to respective halls. Your lunch coupon has all the hall number printed. So there are all communication, for commuting to the lecture halls, this place to the halls where the lunch is arranged, and coming back to the auditorium or lecture hall. So you can use the travelers with the designated routes and all the e-rickshaws as well. And do not pay them, okay? And also, night the dinner is arranged in the next to this building, and will be starting at 6 p.m. So you are all welcome. Come and join the dinner with us. So we'll soon start the procession in another 5 to 8 minutes, okay?
3 start. जय स्वरदायिनी मंगलकरणी वीणावादिनी जय हो, वीणावादिनी जय हो, जय स्वरदायिनी मंगलकरणी वीणावादिनी जय हो, वीणावादिनी जय हो. सुप्रभात कर नव प्रकाश भर, सुप्रभात कर नव प्रकाश भर, जनगण भारत सुसंस्कृत कर, सुप्रभात कर नव प्रकाश भर, जनगण भारत सुसंस्कृत कर, जिससे सरल उदय हो, जिससे सरस उदय हो, जय स्वरदायिनी मंगलकरणी वीणावादिनी जय हो, वीणावादिनी जय हो, जय हो, जय हो.
Hello. That the candidates for various degrees be presented.
Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology and Doctor of Philosophy, joint degree, in respective disciplines, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Design and Doctor of Philosophy, joint degree, in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science by Research and Doctor of Philosophy, joint degree, respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology in respective disciplines considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Design are considered worthy of receiving the same. Recommend that they be admitted to said degree. Sir, I present the candidates who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science by Research in respective disciplines, are considered worthy of receiving the same. Recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Business Administration are considered worthy of receiving the same. Recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science here under MSc PhD dual degree program, respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. Recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Science here, respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. Recommend they be admitted to said degree.
The recipients of all the postgraduate degrees
by virtue of the authority vested hereby admit of these candidates, respectively, charge them
recipients of all the postgraduate degrees
Sir, I present the candidates who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of E-Masters program in respective disciplines, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree.
recipients of all the e-masters degree rise.
by virtue of the authority by admitting candidate, charge them to
The recipients of all the e-masters degree is be seated.
Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of bachelor's, master's, dual degree program in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements of the Bachelor of Technology with second major in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for either the degree of Bachelor of Technology, Bachelor of Technology Honors, or Bachelor of Technology Management in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates who, having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science with second major in respective disciplines, are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for either the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science Honors, or Bachelor of Science Management in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Sir, I present the candidates having satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Applied Sciences in respective disciplines are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree.
The recipients of all the undergraduate degrees rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I do hereby admit of these candidates, charge them
The recipients of all the undergraduate degrees
let the record of the degrees be present.
recipient of all the degrees, please rise.
संस्मरन्तु भवन्तः भवदीयमिदं ज्ञानविज्ञानं राष्ट्रसमो तस्मात् अस्योपयोगः स्वदेशस्य स्वसंस्थानस्य स्वानुरूप्यामपि दशायां सायिकी चारित्रिकी महत्ता च संयंत्र मनसा वाचा कर्मणा च सर्वथा लोक शासन प्रिय सदा भावे स्मर्यतांच वचन यानि अनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो. Remember that your knowledge and intellectual attainment sacred wealth shall therefore manner fitting the honor and shall make every effort chances hold the dignity of your shall endeavor every way thought word and action bring about well-being of a well-disciplined. Never forget the commandment sacred. Thou shalt perform deeds that are commendable.
The recipients of all the degrees, please sit.
Welcome to the convocation ceremony of Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Today, we celebrate the achievements of our graduates, honoring their hard work, dedication, and success. In an era of digital transformation, IIT Kanpur is proud to introduce the issuance of degrees in a groundbreaking digital format. These digital degrees are based on blockchain technology, ensuring security, transparency, and authenticity. Upon graduation, each student will receive their degree in a secure digital format directly to their digital wallet, built on the principle of self-sovereign identity. Our digital degrees empower graduates with full control over their academic credentials. Congratulations to all our graduates. Welcome to a new era of digital empowerment and success.
All degrees are digitally delivered. The candidates for the award of medals, prizes, may I request and
Sir, I present Sagar KV, who has been declared winner. Best Academy. All the four. Sir, I present the V has been declared winner of Teachers Gold for the year 2020. All-round achievement, leadership, year. Sir, I present Ritik, who has been declared winner of the Director's Gold Medal for the year 2026 for outstanding all-round achievement and leadership of all students getting in 5 years under. Sir, I present Dhruv Dev, who has been declared winner of the Ratan Swarup year 2000, the best all-rounder among all students year 5. Sir, I present Radhika Prasad, who has been declared winner of the Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Award for the year 2020 for the best all-round performance of the student, the MTech, MBA, MDes, MS by research degree. Sir, I present Manvi Bengni, who has been declared winner of the Dr. Saraswat Gold Medal for the year 2026, best all-rounder among female students graduating in all 4. Sir, I present Shruti Ramchandra Dalvi, who has been declared winner of the Mani Devi Maheshwari Award for the year 2000 for the best all-round graduate girl student, the 4-year, 5-year programs with awareness, leadership qualities. Sir, I present T. Khandelia, who has been declared winner of Professor Vikut Memorial Award for the year 2006 for the best academic performance among all the graduates. Sir, I present Sujal Yadav, who has been declared winner of the Pradhan Memorial Award for the year 2020, the outstanding all-round achievement among the of MSc program. Sir, I present the candidates who have been declared winner of the Trilok Chandra Goel Memorial Award for Ecological Sustainability for the year 2020 for the best project and public by any graduating has contributed to the future helping water. Pawan Kumar Shakya. Sir, I present Sam Shetty Shubhash Navya, who has been declared winner of the Best All-Round Girl Student 2-year Master's Program Award for the year 2000 for a graduating girl student of 2-year Master's Program. I present the candidates who have been declared winners of the IIT Kanpur Excellence Award for Leadership in Government Affairs for the year 2020. For example, work related to student governance, hospital management, and leadership in organization of events, the Department Hall Institute, Aniket Gupta. Purva Tandon. Jan Gupta. Harshit. Ramchandra. Azad. I present the candidates who have been declared winners of the Kanpur Art and Culture activity for the year 2000. Anish Sahu. Avi. Gansh Pandey. Dik Ranjan Daftua. I present the candidates who have been winners of the community 2020. Standing as Harshita Chutni. Priya Rajak. Nas R. K. But I Gati Rathi. Ali Shri. I who get winner get to the best aspect of as industrial application. I present the candidates who have got winners of the SIIC award for the year 2026, the best innovative project, the path breaking of global. Ranjan Chatterjee. Kirti Mukherjee. I present Adi Khandelia, who has been declared winner of the Kanta Devi Mali Award for the best academic graduate 4-year B.Tech Girls History. Sir, I present the candidates who have been declared winner of the Best Software Award for the year 2000. Best Software, be a part of a UG project or any other course or a group of students. Manish Raj. J. Amit. Vant Kaswan. I present the candidates who have been declared winner of the Rajan Kumar Memorial Award 2000 Best Student Relevant Project graduating S. Patel. Sir, I present Shruti Ramchandra, declared winner of Gold Medal, Best Tech Project done by Hill Student. Sir, I present Sudhana Karmakar, been declared winner of the Professor Button J. Moyer Memorial Award for the year 2000 for the best academic performance among the graduate students. I present Kandelia, who has been declared winner of the Chandra Prabha and Chandra Das Gupta Gold Medal for the year 2000, the best academic among all graduating 4-year undergraduate program in. Sir, I present J. Shankar Set, who has been declared winner of the P1 Natural Sciences Prizes for the year 2000 for the best graduating student with the highest program in natural. Qualifying undergraduate programs must be IIT Kanpur dual degree program in physics or chemistry or 4th-year bachelor's in technology program in biological sciences and bio. For the remaining department specific Sir, Sir Dutika Vats, Department of Mathematics, who has been declared winner of the Gopal Das Bhandari Memorial District Teacher Award for the year 2000. I request Honorable Chief Guest, Chairperson B and the Chairperson. Request the team to play the video shared by the students for the winner of the Gopal Das Bhandari Memorial.
Your classes have the fun and whimsy that has always made me sit at the front seat each time I've been to one of your classes. And the fact that you have bonded with us outside of the classroom makes you feel more like a friend than a professor, and it makes IIT Kanpur a tad bit easier to bear.
I think the biggest impact which you had on me was the conversation we had at the end of fourth semester, where I think you were supposed to go out and you came to the office just to talk to me, to help me guide me on where I should go in the next 2 years. And I think that helped me lead me to the path where I am right now.
I really admire the way you teach in class. There is always an intuition behind what you teach. And I guess this is what has inspired me towards a career of teaching.
I think it's very, very difficult to inspire young minds into taking academics so seriously, taking the act of research so seriously, and being so passionate, making people so passionate about what research looks like, what academia looks like, and to indulge themselves in this long, long journey. Thank you so much for leading me on this path, and you'll always be the best mentor I've ever had.
You create an incredible experience in your classes through all the efforts that you put in. And you are an inspiration in the way you approach things, and with the dedication that you teach and everything else that you do. I love your passion for statistics and your help in guiding me to pursue it further. I'll forever be grateful for all the conversations we have had on life and on academics, and will cherish our heart-to-heart conversations.
I would really like to mention that you are one of the warmest and the kindest professor I have ever met.
Either it's been sarcastic jokes or hypothetical chocolates, your classroom teaching is very unique and lively. You have been a gem in our department.
I really enjoy your unique and interactive teaching style, and how you go beyond the classroom to build a good and friendly relationship with all the students and a comforting environment for everyone.
I don't think it's an understatement to say that a large reason why so many people in this department decided to take statistics further for grad school, for their careers, and even as a subject that they were really interested in, a lot of that goes to you. And beyond the classroom, I think as a person and as a personal mentor, you have been extremely invaluable to my life, both in shaping my career aspirations, my interest towards various subjects, as well as the way I approach both work, discipline, and the way I want to chase my goals. So I think you've played a very large part in the way I've shaped up as a student and as a human being, and for that I'll always be grateful.
Congratulations so much on getting the Gopal Das Bhandari Award.
And I'm super proud and happy as you're one of the most favorite professors here on campus.
And I would like to say thank you so much for being an inspirational mentor and a great teacher. Thank you so much.
I invite the recipient of the President's Gold Medal for the year 2000.
Faculty, parents, family, my fellow. I stand here. Culmination has been honor belongs to family, unwavering sacrifices and constancy have been my greatest, and to my guided and support at every step, and to my friends who I meet every high and low, made this IIT Kanpur has truly transformed. This place is like a mini, brings together people, diverse background, aspiration. Every interaction and has been an I recognized my interest and learned far beyond whether it is art. IIT Kanpur has a sense of given me of activity, 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 and much more. Importance of journey, why success and but now when I look back, I realize that has helped I am today. As we all step into the next phase of our lives, let us embrace every our way. Let us be curious, build, enjoy the journey, never stop as a potential remarkable in our own way. Finally, I congratulate all my graduates and let us carry the values of IIT Kanpur. Thank you.
Invite the recipient of Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma.
I must confess that most of my academic life I have spent in a pitch dark laboratory with the lights turned off because that is what quantum optics experiments demand. So standing here in front of all of you under full illumination is genuinely the most difficult experiment of my life. Rolling back the years, I still vividly remember my first day in Professor Anand Jha's lab as a starry-eyed master's student soaking in the magic of optics. That marked the beginning of my journey with entangled photons, pairs of particles that remain connected no matter how far apart they travel. Today marks the culmination of my journey at IIT Kanpur, and I realize the implications of these connections in my personal life. Wherever I go next, I will remain connected to this place, to my supervisor, to my professors, my lab mates, and to everything IIT Kanpur offered me outside the lab. I am told this award is for all-round achievement, which is fitting because I have chased all round objects in my life, be it football, TD ball, tennis ball, squash ball, you name it. And my most memorable day here in these years was captaining IITK to a historic first ever inter-IIT gold medal in table tennis. As I receive this award today, I bow down in reverence to Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, our former Indian president, a freedom fighter, a law scholar with a PhD from Cambridge University, a teacher, and a running and swimming champion. The perfect example that a person can have many dimensions. I'm grateful to IIT Kanpur for giving me also the opportunity to pursue many directions, ranging from scientific temper, sporting finesse, endurance to conquer the Everest base camp, artistic expression, and serenity of Shastriya Sangeet. To my fellow juniors, our institute offers a lot more along with a prestigious academic degree, so take all of it. In Ghana, Gandhiji's words, education is the all-round drawing out of the best in child, body, mind, and spirit. Thank you for honoring me with this award.
Dr. Pawan Kumar Goenka, Chairperson in Space, Department of Space. Sri Jayant Patil, Officiating Chairperson, Board of Governors, IIT Kanpur, and President, Indian National Academy of Engineering. Distinguished guests of honor for various departmental events. Members of the Board of Governors, members of the Academic Senate, faculty, all the alumni who are present today here virtually, staff, graduating students, their parents, colleagues from media, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. I welcome you all to the 59th Convocation of Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. We are honored to have Dr. Pawan Kumar Goenka, our distinguished alumnus, as the chief guest today. Thank you, Dr. Goenka, for sparing time for us. Dear graduating students, congratulations on your graduation. Congratulations also to your parents, families, teachers, mentors, and friends who have supported you throughout this journey. This achievement is as much theirs as it is yours. IIT Kanpur continues to nurture bright young minds with intellectual skills, courage, and integrity. I wish to share a glimpse of our achievements and activities of the last academic year. Firstly, it's my pleasure to inform you that a total 448 PhDs are being awarded in this convocation. Of these, 58 of these students are graduating with both master's and PhD degrees. I'm also delighted to share that the fourth batch of 492 e-masters program students will be awarded their degrees too. In all, 3,104 degrees are being awarded in the convocation. And in keeping with the flexibility that is offered by our academic program, 281 of these students are graduating with 1 minor, 106 with 2 minors, 25 with 3, and 4 students are graduating with 4 minors. In all, 416 minors degrees are also being awarded along with the degrees. In addition, by spending one additional year at the institute, 107 undergraduate students are also graduating with a master's degree. 35 of these students are graduating with a second major. And out of 1,247 students who are graduating with a bachelor's or bachelor's master's dual degree, today 253 are graduating with a distinction, which is defined as a CPI of 8.5 or more. Coming to the academic initiatives in the past year, the major ones are the launch of or creation of 2 new academic departments, namely Department of Intelligent Systems, which is under Wadhwani School of AI and Intelligent Systems, and Department of Statistics and Data Science, which has come out of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. Along with these departments, 2 new undergraduate programs have also been launched, Bachelor of Technology and in Intelligent Systems, and Bachelor's in Cybersecurity, or B-Cyber, which is a very unique program which has attracted We have undergraduate students who are today earning credits through external activities like internships, entrepreneurship. They can also get credits by opting through open courseware available through NPTEL or MOOC. In order to strengthen the pedagogy of teaching in the institute, we established CERTEX, Center of Education, Research and Teaching Excellence, early last year, which has been actively pursuing a range of activities with a focus on enhancing of quality of teaching and learning across this institute. This includes multiple workshops and a very unique Chalk Talk, in which features some of our most eminent teachers sharing their effective teaching practices, and all of these Chalk Talks are available online. CERTEX also collaborates with the Office of Dean of Academic Affairs to publish Your IITK Academic Compass, which is an academic guide for undergraduate students. Earlier this year, the Institute initiated a comprehensive review of our UG and PG programs so as to bring them more in tune with the fast-changing technological scenario outside. And we expect that these revamped programs will be launched, initiated in the next academic year. Moving on to the research and development in the institute. The research activity amongst our faculty and students has been growing rapidly. At present, we have close to 1,700 externally funded projects with a total outlay of more than 2,500 crore rupees. In just the last 1 year, we received projects worth more than 500 crore rupees and consultancy projects worth more than 100 crore rupees. Over the years, Institute has fostered excellent talent and contributed to national's technological progress. And the recent thrust towards translational research is aimed towards bringing innovation with real-world applications and translating it to through our incubation system or through the Technopark. In the last year, the IIT Kanpur has also launched Dhanvriti Ventures, which is an alternate investment fund to support the deep tech startups incubated at IIT Kanpur and elsewhere. This is the first of its kind in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and this adds strength to the entire entrepreneurship ecosystem in the institute. Earlier this year, during the India AI Mission Summit, IIT Kanpur launched an open data platform in health AI called BOTH. This is in collaboration with the National Health Authority, and this provides a secure, privacy-preserving platform for rigorously testing and validating AI solutions using anonymized real-world health data sets before the solutions are tested before their large-scale deployment. This enables developers to benchmark model performance, assess clinical accuracy, and eliminate bias without directly exposing sensitive data to the developers. So this ensures a trustworthy, responsible AI in Indian healthcare system. Institute in the last year filed 155 IPRs, of which 106 were granted, and 4 of the technologies developed at the institute have been licensed. In fact, if you look at the overall IPs generated at the institute, which stand close to 1,400, and more than 11% of them have been licensed over the years. Coming to our incubation setup, the incubation center recently crossed 500 startups, and some of the startups have gone on to become very successful. Recently, the Uttar Pradesh startup policy 2026 was approved, which marks a significant milestone in strengthening the state's innovation ecosystem. This policy has a strong focus on deep tech entrepreneurship, and it introduces a state-level deep tech hub called U-Hub with a dedicated funding support of up to 100 crore patient capital mechanism, making it first of its kind in the country. IIT Kanpur has worked very closely with the state government in conceptualizing this entire U-Hub setup, and this U-Hub is going to come up at the IIT Kanpur Noida Center over the next year. Many of you would be aware of the establishment of Gangwal School of Medical Sciences and Technology. It's my pleasure to welcome Professor Anil Lalwani, MD, as the inaugural Dean of the Gangwal School of Science and Technology. A renowned physician, scientist, educator, and innovator, Professor Lalwani's appointment marks a significant milestone for the school and the institute. He is among the leading experts in the field of hearing disorders and surgical innovation thereof. His research is focused on genetics, gene therapy for hearing disorders, and advanced technologies for drug delivery to the inner ear. The construction of the super specialty hospital and associated academic facilities is progressing fast, and we expect an inauguration of the hospital towards the end of this year. Coming to international relations, IIT Kanpur hosted 74 students of foreign origin in the last academic year, with 62 of them pursuing a postgraduate degree. And in this convocation, 16 of these graduating students will be receiving their degrees. Coming to Kanpur infrastructure, which is a very critical component of the academics here, I am happy to announce that Hall 15 is getting built rapidly and is expected to become functional by the end of this year. It's a hostel meant for girls, and with a capacity of 1,000 beds, it's one of the largest hostels in the campus. One of its unique features is that it's going to be fully air-conditioned, marking the first for the institute. We also are aiming to build hostels 16, 17, and 18 over the next 2 or 3 years, each of capacity 1,000, and that would go a long way towards addressing the need for these student spaces in the campus. In our continued effort towards supporting the mental, academic, and emotional well-being of these students and faculty of the institute counseling service was transitioned to the Center for Mental Health and Well-being. in the last year, with the expanded scope to serve not only students, which was the primary aim of counseling service, but also expanded to the faculty, staff, employees, and dependents thereof. The team now consists of two heads, head of administration and head of clinical side, with 10 professional counselors and 4 consultant psychiatrists, along with a very strong network of student volunteers. With this team, we aim to increase our efforts towards augmenting and supporting the well-being of all the residents of the campus. Our faculty members are the backbone of the institute, and they continue to play a very significant role in pushing the frontiers of the knowledge. In the last 1 year, nearly 30 new faculty have joined the institute. Our faculty continue to earn laurels. Amongst prominent laurels earned in the last year are awarded Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar, Vigyan Yuva, aka Shanti Sarup Bhatnagar Prize. Professor Arun Shukla was elected as a Fellow of World Academy of Sciences. He also was selected for 2027 International Award of the Biochemical Society, UK. Professor Ashok Kumar, also of BSB, has been elected as external members of Finnish Academy of Sciences and Letters. Professor Nihar Ranjan Patra of Civil Engineering has been elected a Fellow of American Society of Civil Engineers. And last but not the least, Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi of Electrical Department has been appointed as Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University. Moving on to the alumni of the institute, who continue to be one of the institute's greatest strengths. Through their achievements, generosity, and engagement, they have strengthened the presence of IIT Kanpur worldwide. As always, we have continued to receive very generous support from our alumni and other well-wishers. In the last financial year, we received almost 187 crore rupees of donation for supporting various activities on campus. And we have been seeing year on year good growth of this kind of support. And we are very grateful to all those who believe in us. We have been conducting, as always, alumni reunions, which together on campus to relive their lives as they did when they were students. This year, we welcome more than 760 alumni across 9 gatherings, which includes, for the first time, postgraduate alumni event called Parv. And this is, as I said, first ever reunion of postgraduate alumni of the institute who, across the various years, gathered together. The youngest batch, undergraduate batch that is, to return was a class of 2015 to celebrate 10 years since graduation. We also welcome class of 2000 for their Silver Jubilee reunion, class of 1976 for their Gold Jubilee reunion, and class of 1966, which was the second graduating batch of IIT Kanpur, for their Diamond Jubilee reunion. During their reunion, the class of 2000 announced a landmark pledge of rupees 100 crore rupees for supporting a major academic initiative in the institute. We also received very generous commitments from other reunions, totaling about 50 crores. In the last year, realizing the strength of our alumni across the world, I constituted a Directors Advisory Council, which consists of 27 of our distinguished alumni from across the world, from various domains, academia, industry, government. And we had a first DAC meeting to brainstorm on the priorities for the institute and the roadmap to achieve those targets. We also launched a new initiative called FACE, which is Faculty Alumni Collaborative Endeavor. The first FACE meeting was held in Stanford University late last year, which brought together alumni of the institute who are now eminent faculty at leading universities and researchers, as well as industry leaders, to explore collaborative research opportunities in fields like AI, cybersecurity, medtech, and sustainability. Let me now take a moment to congratulate our alumni who continue to make us proud through their achievements. Professor Jitendra Malik of 1980 graduate, who was elected as a Fellow of Royal Society, one of the highest honors in the scientific community. Dr. K. Balasubramanian was conferred Padma Shri. Professor Mahan Maharaj received the Vigyan Shri Award, while Professor Akrapa Basu and Mr. Anurag Garg were honored with the Vigyan Yuva Shanti Sarup Bhatnagar Prize. Professor Abhay Karandikar was appointed as a full-time member of Niti Aayog. Professor Janendra Jain and Professor Venkatesh Sundaresan received the prestigious Wolf Prize in Physics and Agriculture, respectively. Professor Rishikesh T. Krishnan was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Ashoka University. Mr. Neelkant Mishra was appointed as the Executive Director at the World Bank headquarters in Washington, D.C., where he will help shape policies and decisions on global economic development. On behalf of the entire IIT Kanpur family, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each one of them. Their accomplishments continue to inspire our students, strengthen the institute's reputation, and make all of us proud. As we look back on the year and months gone by, it's clear that our alumni remain one of the institute's greatest strengths. And that's a community that all of you are going to join from tomorrow. Over the past 61 years, the institute has graduated several generations of students. While every generation faces different opportunities and challenges, the values that are ingrained at IIT Kanpur that shape meaningful lives, they remain timeless. For the current crop of graduating students, this is a time of very rapid technological changes. Yet, access to the technology and quality education remains unequal in our country. You had the opportunity to learn from dedicated faculty and work with talented peers. I hope that you use that opportunity well, build solutions that are accessible, practical, and relevant. Let your work expand opportunities for others. The rise of artificial intelligence has fundamentally altered the meaning of expertise these days. When machines can retrieve information, summarize knowledge, and generate solutions in seconds, the true value of human intelligence lies in asking the right questions, exercising sound judgment, connecting ideas across disciplines, making ethical choices, and understanding the human consequences of technology. Your degree is not the end of learning. You must keep learning, should adapt to change, and build new skills throughout your career. At the same time, you should hold firmly to integrity, honesty, resilience, humility, and respect. These values will shape your decisions long after technical knowledge has changed. Today, you will also join the alumni diaspora, comprising generations of engineers, entrepreneurs, researchers, and global leaders, shaped by IIT Kanpur, who have carried its reputation across the world. I hope you will not only uphold this legacy, but also enrich it through your own achievements and your service to the society. Congratulations once again, and my best wishes for your journey ahead. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to invite Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pawan Goenka, to deliver the convocation address.
Officiating Chairman of the Board of Governors of IIT Kanpur, members of Board of Governors, Director Professor Manindra Agrawal, Member of the Senate, distinguished faculty and staff, honored guests, proud parents, and above all, the graduating class of 2026. My heartiest congratulations to each one of you. For me, it is a moment of very special emotion and some nervousness that I'm standing here delivering the convocation address of the 59th Convocation of IIT Kanpur. For an alumni to be invited back to deliver this address is a very big honor. But don't look at me as a chief guest. I'm just a senior who graduated few years before you. Class of 26, this is the day that you and your families have looked forward to since you first walked onto this campus. I can only imagine the pride and joy in the hearts of your parents as they watch you today. And I see that same pride in the eyes of your teachers who have worked not only to make you good engineers, but to make you better human beings. So before I say anything, I would ask the graduating class to rise and to give your parents, your families, and your faculty a warm standing ovation. Thank you. Now, I know that you have gotten a degree. What you want to do is go out and celebrate, not to listen to speeches, but you'll have to endure 2 speeches. Even though it was more than 5 decades ago, it seems like yesterday that I sat exactly where you are sitting here today, in a different classroom, a different hall. Wondering what the future held for me. Since then, the campus has changed beyond recognition. In my days, we had 1 or 2 tea stalls outside, cows on the grazing grounds, and mud everywhere when it rained. Today, you have the empty corner, the hall canteens, buildings everywhere. And yet, in the ways that matter, this place has not changed at all. The energy is the same, the curiosity is the same. Some sights too are reassuring the same. In my time, you will often see 2 friends walking to class hand in hand, You see it today also. The only difference is, during that time, it was invariably 2 boys, and today it's as likely to be a boy and a girl. You see, it was the class of 1976, when the first woman student joined mechanical engineering. It is said that a professor walked into the classroom, saw her sitting there, assumed he had come to the wrong classroom, turned around and walked straight back. When I see how many bright young women are graduating today, I do not see just a change in this institute. I see a strong talent pool and a more confident India. In fact, I was observing during the award ceremony that all the women who came in, they came in with a confident smile on their face. How fondly I remember my professors: Stokes, Oberoi, Dhupar, Ghosh, Kalambi, Malik, Chawla, Mrs. Tharu, Mrs. Tiwari, and so on. You won't know them, but some of your professors will perhaps know them. There's one image from this institute history that I have always loved. I didn't see, I read about it. IIT Kanpur began teaching computer science in 1963, long before much of the world believed software would matter. And the very first computer, the IBM 1620, is said to have arrived on this campus on a bullock cart. A machine that would one day help power a digital revolution, rolling in behind a pair of bullocks. That, to me, says something about the spirit of this place. That same spirit lives on in the people that this institute has sent out into the world. Narayan Murthy went on to co-found Infosys and help India build the IT industry almost from nothing. Arvind Krishna studied electrical engineering here, and today the chairman of and CEO of IBM. Rakesh Gangwal studied mechanical engineering with me and went on to co-found Indigo, the airline that now carries more Indians than any other. Dr. Subba Rao went on to steer economy through a global crisis as governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Naveen Tiwari, grandson of Professor Mrs. Tiwari, built InMobi, one of the first Indian technology companies to reach the world. Professor Jhunjhunwala, my classmate, a Padma Shri, who was the force behind the revered IIT Madras Research Park. And not to forget Professor H.C. Verma, whose concept of physics have taught more aspiring Indian engineers than perhaps any other teacher. He is one of our own. And here's the remarkable thing. None of these people, on their convocation day, sitting exactly where you are, would have imagined what life holds for them, or what they would become. And I can be sure that none of you today can imagine the potential that you have. You just have to trust in yourself, in the training that you have received, the communities that you have built, and work hard to uncover the potential. Now let me tell you a little about the young man who arrived on this campus in 1970 from Kolkata in Hall 3 and allotted room 137. I should warn you that if any of my professors from those first few weeks had been asked to predict his future, a convocation address would not have been on their list, possibly not even an IIT degree. But my life has taught me a few things since, and those lessons are really all I have worth giving you today. I arrived at IIT Kanpur campus having missed the entrance exam for Bengal engineering colleges, much closer to home. So you can say that I landed here by luck. I came from a Hindi medium background, and almost nothing was familiar. In my very first mathematics class, taught by Mrs. Tiwari, I stared at dy upon dx written on the blackboard and wondered why the two d's don't cancel each other out. See, we have never done calculus till that point. I actually literally sat there in tears, seriously wondering whether I belong here, and should I not pack my bags and head back home. My father will not accept me back. My first chemistry lecture was in L7 with nearly 400 students, taught by an American professor in American accent, Professor Davenport. and I don't understand a single word of what he was saying. My English at that time was work in progress. When a senior during ragging, and yes, ragging was allowed in those days, asked me when I had arrived on the campus, I quickly translated "Mekal aya tha" into English and answered with confidence that I have come here tomorrow. And you cannot imagine the verbal abuse that I received. I entered this institute on the very last seat in mechanical engineering. 5 years later, I was fortunate to graduate first in the class. And from my life, that's the first lesson that I have learned. That is simply never to give up. Your first few weeks, your first few setbacks, your first failures, these are not a measure of what you are capable of. Life, I have since learned, is not a 100-meter sprint, won or lost in the first few meters. It is a long engineering project full of failed prototypes and design iterations, where the first version of anything is rarely the final one. If you have ever felt out of place here, you are in very good company. Growth rarely begins with confidence. More often than not, it begins with discomfort. Same is likely to repeat as you enter the next phase of your life. During my 5 years, I learned to play bridge. That remains my greatest passion even today outside work. I tried to get into student senate, but didn't win the election. Bunked classes multiple times, but I'm told now that's not unusual at all. You do it more often than we did. Got drunk on my last day, the only time in my life I got drunk. Did all the mischievous thing that you guys would have done here on the campus, but made lifelong friends and set the foundation for the rest of my life. After IIT Kanpur, I went to the United States for higher studies. And at that time, there are not too many opportunities in India for a mechanical engineer. Either you go get a job in L&T or Tata's, or go to USA, and L&T didn't hire me, so I had to go to USA then. So when in USA, I even needed a private tutor to fix my English. I did the usual thing: get a good job, get married, progress professionally, buy a house, have kids, and ease into a comfortable life. But then a return home to India, bug hit us, and my wife and I decided to come back home. In 1993, it was very rare for someone to come back after spending so many years in the USA. And let me be honest. Every rational calculation told us to stay back in US. We were giving up a six-figure dollar salary for a six-figure Indian salary. No Excel sheet I could have built that would have justified the decision. I'm about as left-brained as an engineer can be: logical, analytical, careful, and instinctively suspicious of any decision that cannot be justified on a spreadsheet. My wife is the opposite, as right-brained as a person can be. And on this decision, my left brain simply could not get there, and her right brain did. It was her call, made from the heart, that brought us home. And that day, we let her right brain win. And to date, it remains the best decision we ever made in our lives. So my second lesson is listen to your heart. Let your heart overrule your head sometimes, which is not obvious to engineers. And do not let a spreadsheet run your life. Back in India, I was fortunate to be given a bigger purpose. When Mr. Anand Mahindra hired me, he said something simple. He wanted to compete with the best in the world with homegrown products, homegrown suppliers, and homegrown manufacturing. And he asked me simply to make that happen, whatever it took. That became my North Star for the next 25 years. It gave us the Bolero and the Scorpio, vehicles I'm still quietly proud to see on our Indian roads 25 years later. Mahindra bet the farm for building our own SUVs. when the safe thing would have been to buy technology from outside. Later, we bet on electric vehicles and on building large plants and making large acquisitions. Some of these bets paid off handsomely, and some did not. And I've since stepped away, but it is a source of real satisfaction to watch Mahindra now leading the SUV and the EV race in India. When I came back to Indian automobile industry, it did not count for much on the world stage. And by the time I stepped away, it was the third largest on earth. And to have been part of that journey was the most satisfying work of my career. And it taught me my third lesson: never be shy to take big bets in life or at work. If you have never failed in anything, do not be too proud. It only means that you have not stretched yourself. It only means that you have not taken big bets. Disruptions comes only from those willing to risk the future. But I want to be very clear about one thing. Not one of these achievements, the Scorpio, the turnaround, the entire industry rising, could I have done alone. I've never built anything of value by myself. Everything I'm proud of has been built with and through other people. Give people a large goal and a genuine trust, and they will astound you. That is my fourth lesson, and perhaps the one I believe in the most. Have trust in people. Nothing big is ever built alone. The friendships that you have built here in these 4 years may be your most valuable treasure as you go out of the institute. And then for me in 2021, at the age of 67, an age by which most people have been firmly advised to take up gardening. You cannot do gardening in Mumbai, there's no place. I received a call from the Prime Minister's office asking me to help build and enable India's private space sector. I will confess to you, at that time, I had not even heard of these space reforms, and that I was being asked to lead. And I knew nothing about space or about working in the government. My left brain, once again, had very reason to say no. And I did. And once again, my wife put her foot down and made me withdraw my mail. Today, I have the privilege of watching the veteran of ISRO and the young founders of companies like Skyroot, Agnikul, Pixel, and Dhruva Space, engineers not so different from you, who have built a new space ace for India. I would not have been part of any of it had I listened only to myself. I can honestly say that 4.5 years in this role have given me a gratification way beyond I could have imagined. I could learn about a new industry and about a new work culture. So here's my fifth lesson. Never believe that you are too old to start something new or to learn something new. The day you decide you know it all is the day you quietly begin to fade away. Twice at the two great turning points of my life, it was not my own judgment that carried the day. It was my wife's. A good life partner is your support when you doubt yourself, and your mirror when you put yourself on a pedestal and start fooling yourself. So my final lesson that I want to share with you is that in adult life, no one bats for you as hard and cares for you as much as your partner. I can say without hesitation that I wouldn't be standing here in front of you if it was not for her support and encouragement throughout my life. Never ever forget this. When you have disagreements and fights, you will. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Because the India that you are graduating into is not the India I graduated out of or into. When I left this campus, opportunities meant, as I said earlier, going abroad. Today it does not. India is no longer merely taking part in global change. In many areas, we now help to define it. We are among the world's largest economies, moving steadily towards the top 3. We are building capabilities in semiconductors, in clean energy, in deep technology, and space, and IIT Kanpur is playing a key role in all of this. Our Honorable Prime Minister has set a goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Well, let me tell you what I believe Viksit Bharat truly means, because it is far more than two words and far more than GDP or rankings. A developed India is one where every citizen has dignity, quality education and healthcare, and a fair chance at a good life. With the distance between our villages and our cities narrow to a thin line, it is a national mission to turn growth into inclusion, talent into leadership, and possibility into achievement. And it will arrive in 2047 for sure, precisely when you are at the very peak of your career and your influence. So let me leave you with a single thought to carry out of this hall. 50 years from now, you will be my age. Looks very far, I know. You will look back on your life and you will ask yourself a quiet question. What did I leave behind? Whether you build your life here in India or on the other side of the world, what is the legacy you would want to leave behind? If I was sitting where you are sitting today, in today's age, and I asked myself what I would most look forward to, answer would be simple. How I will contribute to Viksit Bharat. Not to watch it happen, but to make it happen. We are just 21 years from 2047. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the India you want to be living in at that time. Now pick your point. Decide how and where you will make your difference. In a village or a boardroom, a laboratory or a startup, in India or from afar. And years from now, when someone asks what you did with your one and only life, may you be able to answer, I helped make Viksit Bharat happen. That is a legacy worth leaving behind. So as you go, carry these 5 lessons with you for whatever they are worth, from a man who began on the rearmost seat in the class and today feels good about life he has been able to live with the help of many. Number 1, never give up. Number 2, take big bets. Number 3, trust in people. Number 4, you're never too old to begin something new. And number 5, often listen to your heart. And the last word for the families, stand by these young men and women, not only when they choose the safe path, but especially when they choose the meaningful one. The best decisions in life rarely look obvious on the day they are made. Graduates, you now join one of the finest alumni families anywhere in the world. Remember those names I spoke of a little while ago? Narayan Murthy, Krishna, Gangwal, and the rest? Every one of them once sat where you are today. No more certain of the future than you are today. Years from now, at a convocation just like this one, someone will stand at this very podium and read out a few names to inspire the graduates of that day. My deepest wish for you is that your name is one of them. Stay close to this institute, mentor generously, open doors for those who come after you, just exactly the way others opened for you and for me. You walked into this hall today as a student of IIT Kanpur. You walk out of it as builders of Viksit Bharat. Congratulations once again to the graduating class of 2026. God bless you. Jai Hind.
I request the Chairperson Board of Governors to please come forward and present a memento to our Chief Guest, Dr. Pawan Goenka.
It is my pleasure to invite Honorable Chairperson, Board of Governors to address the graduating students.
Distinguished guests, members of the Board of Governors, my fellow colleagues there, academic senate, faculty, staff, alumni, proud parents, and most of all, the graduating students. A very warm welcome to all of you towards the conclusion of this 59th Convocation of the Institute. This marks, in a way, the beginning of the the Diamond Jubilee of the convocation of this institute. Must say that this is a day for all those who are graduating, post-graduating, completing their doctoral work, a day to express gratitude towards not just the institute that built you up, but your parents. People who stood by you, people who really gave anything and everything they have to make you what you are. When you step out into the outside world, what would matter is the pedigree you carry in the form of this institute. And that's one thing you will never forget in your lives. Every student receiving the degree today must say, this is your day. Whatever you do today, har cheez maaf. And that's exactly what the day needs to be celebrated. Behind each degree lies years of your hard work, late nights, staying late, setbacks, whatever you had to do to stay here, finish your graduation courses, and I'm extremely proud to hear that a very sizable majority is actually getting honors in excess of CGPI of 8.5. And that tells us a lot about what you actually have done and achieved. I congratulate you, I congratulate your families and every step of your life, those who have supported you. Before I continue, let me take you a little back in history. Dr. Goenka ran through the 5 decades. I little want to go beyond that. 250 years back, what do you think India was? I can say 1000 years back, 1 out of 3 rupee of a global GDP, global economics, was coming from India. 250 years back, 1 out of 4 rupees was coming from this nation. This is the era of 750 years. We were called the Sone ki Chidiya. Now, this India is precisely what we want to get back to, and the next 20 years of becoming what we want to be, as call it Atmanirbhar, call it developed nation. By 2047 that Dr. Goenka talked about, I would go a step ahead, another 25 years before you come to this dais, you would actually see this nation to be back to those era of being the largest economy in the world. So you're extremely lucky because when you graduate today, with 20 years to go to 2047, the century of our independence, and yet another 25 years ahead, you all still would be working. I spent my career of 50 years, 5 decades at Larsen Toubro. When I joined the company, it was 4,000 times smaller than what it is today. It grew 4,000 times in these 50 years. So whatever one believes you can actually achieve, give out everything that you have and you can achieve. That applies to you, applies to your organization that you work for and work with, and also to the nation. And that's exactly the goal, I would say, for each one of you to carry, not just making India happen or build India happen, but also build India to be the largest economy in exactly those 40, 45 years ahead while you're still in your working careers. Something about this convocation, Director IIT Kanpur talked about it to some extent. 3,104 of you graduate today. I think this is unprecedented, one of the largest batches that IIT Kanpur today. You are one among those 3,104. Now, I would say this 3,104 are the opportunities in front of each one of you. Each one of us can be unique to create some of those future kind of goals which today don't exist. What exists is to be taken as given, and then each one of you have the opportunity to build what you want to create. 448 of the PhDs, again, more than 1.5 times over what we had in the last year. And again, a matter of what IIT Kanpur is trying to reposition, to do research, but not stop at the research alone, but to translate it into products. And we start seeing some of those ingredients happen here. And it is this which essentially will take you in terms of a path to build that India that we all want to look forward to in our living life. E-Masters program. It's a 4th batch and 492 students. Again, a new initiative, relatively new, and that's something which is doing exceptionally well. I can go on talking about each one of it. There are 253 out of you, in a way, 1 in every 7. That's essentially today graduating with that honors of 8.5 and above. The institute continues to give its students the required freedom. The academic journeys of each one of you are unique and alone. 416 minors in different kinds and over 100 who have the second bachelor's degree. A way to facilitate you facing the world is all about doing multi-domain things. You may have graduated in one area, but I can tell you, when we heard about the minor in 1, minor in 2, minor in 3, and minor in 4, this is exactly what the real world is all about. Doing anything in real world, creating success, especially in terms of building technologies, products, and systems, and system of systems, you actually need to know not just one domain that you studied. Look at that one domain that you studied only as something that has taught you a methodology to go about. Don't think your education is over. Your time to study is over. I can say it begins today. It begins in the form of what you will want to do over your career, trying to build organizations, trying to build yourself, trying to build the nation. You're in a way continuing in a more independent capability, because once you step out, there's no IIT to back you up. There's no resources which an IIT will provide. You have to start worrying about where to get the resources, where to find them. Even if you are part of a corporate leadership, you will have to approach and say, I have an idea. And they must believe it's a great idea, because only a great idea somebody would fund. If you start your own startup, you need to actually convince people, far many more, and then one starts wondering, what I'm thinking, is that something that unique? If it is not, nobody will look at you. So from a position that each one of us can create anything and everything, comes a stage at which you need to convince many others to sort of share your vision, and this sharing of your own vision to be able to build something for future is part of your first learning journey. And this is something which you all have to. This is where the differentiation starts coming in. This is where you must make a difference, without which you won't get noticed. The research that the Institute does, beyond the degrees we award today, this is a landmark year for IIT Kanpur. Again, for another reason, we have 1,696 crores of fully funded projects which are running currently. And that's an institute which is getting, I would say, prosperous, doing more and more where it is required, where it is needed. Technically, I would say there's 2,541 crores of concurrent projects which are running today. This year alone, the institute received 532 crores in research funding, highest in last 5 years, and a clear signal of confidence of the government agencies, the industry, and the academia funding the institute to do that. Our Department of Science and Technology, through ANRF, we had the ANRF CEO on the campus yesterday, and of course the Defense Research Organization, DRDO, and some such organizations like the Aeronautics Research and Development Board, they remain the institute's largest funding agencies. With the Param Sangrahak 2 supercomputer now about to be commissioned, this is something which is going to be a new fillip to continuing research and for the future students who are staying in the campus. To see computation happen at much faster speeds as compared to the previous batches that I've seen. And this is essentially where any kind of climate modeling, drug discovery, and the artificial intelligence, we will start seeing in times to come completely different outcomes, simply aided by the extra speeds, what we would do. 5 petaflop is the capability of this supercomputer, and this is something which is just about to happen. When one talks of research, we won't be doing justice without talking about what did the impact that research made. What IIT Kanpur sets itself apart is not just about what we discover, how much of it relates to the real world. This year, the institute filed about 155 patents that you heard from director. Out of the intellectual property applications, 5th consecutive year, we have been doing the 100 patents mark, and it's a sustained and a growing kind of an initiative. That's something very satisfying about the institute. Taking our cumulative IPR portfolio to 1,390, and that's the unique kind of innovations that the institute has done. Nearly 1,000 patents have now been granted to the institute, with 158 technologies successfully licensed to the industry. A startup incubation and innovation center now is about 211 startups currently on the campus. 336 of them have graduated to the market, no longer at the campus. And of course, Between them, they have created 12,000 jobs, direct and indirect, and I'm proud to share the Dhanavritti venture, an alumni-backed venture fund for the institute to sustain this kind of research and startup activity. The Dhanavritti is the first of a kind approved by SEBI Venture Capital Fund, and this is something which is again unique to what IIT Kanpur has created. Translation of ideas to enterprise was recognized nationally this year when IIT Kanpur received the Platinum Award at the CII Industry Academia Partnership. Awards for our record in intellectual property generation and commercialization. Obviously, if there's an outcome, there's got to be something which we have done for the country and serve the nation. Some of our proudest moments this year have not been from our laboratories, but from the field. Under the Kupam Near Zero Constituency Project in Andhra Pradesh, IIT Kanpur was co-featured in the Guinness Book of Records for the largest electric bicycle delivery, a demonstration of how our research on sustainable mobility is changing lives on the ground. Directly into the villages, not only about the metros and the big cities. The certificate was presented by the Andhra Chief Minister recently. In healthcare, our both platform, built with the National Health Authority, was launched by the Union Minister of India, Union Health Minister of India, at the AI Impact Summit, giving India a secure, privacy-preserving way to validate artificial intelligence in medicine before it ever reaches the patient. And our Startup Incubation Center played a direct role in shaping what you heard, the Uttar Pradesh startup policy, and we are now going to be seeing centers which are going to be set up in the 2 years to come. IIT is today a global institute, no longer just an Indian institute, and the ambition of IIT Kanpur has never stopped at its campus. This year, we signed 13 new partnership agreements with universities across Asia, Europe, and North America. From the University of California, San Diego to TU in Vienna, our delegations, led by the director, traveled to US City, Texas A&M, Rice, NYU to deepen collaboration in artificial intelligence, medicine, and sustainability. We currently host 62 international students on the campus. And this year we opened a new fully furnished hostel to welcome more of the global community to come and study here. So time has started coming in where the Indian students who used to go out, it's now the reverse that's just about to begin. 8 of our students were selected for Japan's prestigious Lotus Fellowship, working alongside institutes like RIKEN, Kyoto University. IIT Kanpur is in every sense becoming truly a global institute. We have to run faster. What we are doing is good. We have to run faster to stay in current position, and if we have to progress, we have to run even faster. The Alice told us some amazing lessons, and the Alice in Wonderland is a real story that each one of us, obviously, as institute, as individuals, need to keep emulating in our lives. In future, we are seeing continued growth in 2 of our newest academic ventures. The Kotak School that director mentioned, Gangwal School also the director mentioned. The Kotak School now runs 15 active projects, including one of India's latest rural air quality monitoring networks. Till date, we only heard of AQI in Delhi or AQI in Mumbai or the bigger cities. We didn't really bother about what was happening in the other places. If the other places are not looked after, the cities can't be looked at differently. The cities, nothing will change. And this is essentially some pioneering work has started happening. Over 1,300 and few sensors have been deployed in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. It is becoming the building for the school itself is the LEED Platinum certified and a net zero kind of a building, a symbol of the values that the school will teach and continues to be teaching. At Technopark at IIT Kanpur, 2.5 lakh square foot innovation hub now houses 18 resident companies, 3 centers of excellence, and 2 defense testing laboratories. In a way, catching on what the Ministry of Defense wants to do. UP is in that sense one of the corridors for defense, harnessing more and more defense companies to come and set up their shop and do a lot in Uttar Pradesh. And as a part of that, the testing ecosystem is where the DTI scheme is all about. The Ministry of Defense provides funds with some amount of funds to be organized by the host. The new programs in BTech we heard are intelligent systems and of course the bachelor in cybersecurity, which was, I would say, among the first of such initiatives in India, because cybersecurity was always being talked as an unknown bogey. But of course, there's a scientific way the education can be imparted, and that's a lead this IIT has taken. Without people, none of this would happen. And this is essentially where what Professor Manindra did not talk about, and I wish to put it on record, that he himself has been elected as Fellow of the Royal Society. He talked about others, did not talk about himself. The Royal Society is one of the oldest and the most distinguished scientific honors any individual can get. So this happened to be Professor Manindra himself who got this kind of an honor, got celebrated for this. 5 other faculty members received the J.C. Bose grant, and Professor Amit Kumar Agarwal was awarded the Shwanti Sarup Bhaknagar Prize. Among our alumni, Balasubramaniam was conferred Padma Shri. Sanjeev Puri was named among the MIT Sloan's 100 most influential people in technology and innovation worldwide. These honors are a reminder of what an IIT Kanpur degree opens doors for. And such doors, as you just heard from the chief guest, open for each one of you. You have to decide where you want to stop or where you want to reach, and there's nothing stopping in the process of reaching. Every step you reach, your goal moves ahead. It's like a mirage. Today, you think you will do something in 5 years' time. 5 years later, your goals change. Your desires, your thinking, as it widens, you achieve more. And if that process continues, taking on those unknowns makes you a far, far better person and a far better leader to achieve something. To our graduating students, you leave this campus at a moment when IIT Kanpur is far, far stronger than when you joined, more research intensive, more entrepreneurial, and more globally connected than ever before. This is an institute which used to be number 1 in India, and I can remember my times, if there was anyone in India who learned anything about computer programming, it had something to do with IIT Kanpur, because Professor Rajaraman's book, a professor at IIT Kanpur, had to be the basic book from which you started learning what is called computer programming. So the lead this institute had, we now obviously want to take the institute back to that point of glory. And this is where a long-term strategic plan of the institute today is trying to spend good amount of efforts to achieve that level of positioning for the institute. And this is where many of the current initiatives are trying to be doing it. You carry this legacy with you wherever you go, into research, into industry, into public service, into ventures of your own, into societal work that you will do. Remember, what you do professionally doesn't make you complete. You have to give it back to the world from which you received so much. All I can say is each one of you were part of this institute for whatever, last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Don't think you paid the fees in return for the education you got. There's somebody else who paid for your education. From tomorrow on, it's your time to pay back, and pay back to that society, pay back to that government who actually invested in you enormous amount of funds which come to run this institute, which you did not pay. You paid a small fraction, and that fraction actually deserves that the rest you need to return as a professional. And the easiest way I can say is whatever money you receive, you will be taxpayers from the day one that you get employed. Pay your taxes without any chori. Pay your taxes most honestly. No chartered accountants to tell you how you can hide your income. Don't trust him. The best in the society actually have to do what they received, and over the subsequent years, they need to return it back in the form of giving back. What will keep you absolutely at the top is the ethos you learned right here, the integrity which you have to practice, because one loose moment here and there, and imagine falling hard from somebody higher up position, would be the worst thing to happen to every one of you. Always keep in mind that you came from an institute of a kind, and you actually have to think before yourself what you would do to an institute in terms of repute when you get into anything which is not to keep in with the integrity. Just hard work is not going to be enough. Hard work and innovation, intelligent and smart, all of it you need to be putting in to be able to achieve where you want to achieve, whatever you want to do. As individuals, every one of us believes, mere jaisa koi nahi, I am the best. As an individual, each one of you, when you are going to be building your careers, I must tell you, each one of you have limitations. You can't do everything because you have 2 hands, 1 brain, and whatever. Build teams. Build exceptional teams who will deliver. Be part of teams in spite of being a leader, because ideas will come from others, which you obviously need to be supporting. Without teams, you would do nothing. And that's essentially is one of the reasons we saw some of those medals actually are all about this particular activity. Being an individual is great, but even greater is to be able to carry a team with you. And this is exactly you will build the future. Commitment to build a nation. There are many earlier era, people used to move out of the country. Today the opportunities are infinite. I can tell you when we all graduated, Dr. Goenka me date back to the 5 decades back. There was not even an ability to call on telephone. You had to walk kilometers, probably go to a main city to make one phone call, provided your parents had a phone line. From few lakhs of phones in the country, today we have 140 crore phone connections. For 5 minutes, we can't wait without calling somebody. And this is what is the change in India that we see. And this is exactly where you can actually make an enormous difference to this country through what you do. Stay connected with the campus, stay connected with this institute. Always keep in mind the gratitude that the institute built you to what you are today. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I congratulate the class of 26. I thank the faculty, staff who shaped you. The families who stayed behind you, go forward, step out with confidence and carry the spirit of IIT Kanpur in wherever, whatever you do it. Make sure you live up to the legacy of the institute you carry as part of you. Keep always in mind what you do. Think of the institute first before you take your actions. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I request the Chairperson Senate to please come forward and present a memento to the Chairperson Board of Governors. I request the Chairperson Board of Governors to declare the 59th Convocation closed.
I hereby declare the 59th Convocation closed.
Please rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा, तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाए तब जय गाथा, जन गण मंगल गायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you.